Now we'll do a little modification or changing of a datasheet's appearance. And this first one we're going to work with is changing or modifying the font size. So in the text formatting group here on the Home tab, let's go ahead and click the font size arrow button there. And we can select 14. Once we select that, you will see that the font size of the entire datasheet increases from 11 points to 14 points. So go ahead and click 14 now. And you can see everything got much larger as we increased the font size. Next, we need to resize the columns to apply our best fit. And you can see with all these hash marks here, that is saying that we have data, but our field isn't wide enough to display that. So apply best fit. And it looks like we need to apply that in several locations. So just go through and apply that where you see it is necessary. And even in our phone field, because we increased the size of our font, we need to make these changes. And just to make sure, yep. Alright, everything should be sized as needed. Now if we didn't want to do that as one off, we want to do them all at one time, we could have used the datasheet selector to select all of our columns. We could have just clicked here, and then we could have just double clicked, and that would have resized all of them to best fit. Now we'll go ahead and deselect that. We'll just click any field. We can just click in our first name. It deselects all of our fields, and our datasheet's now ready to be worked with again. Now this is kind of a nice feature that we're going to work with now. This is changing the alternate row color in our datasheet. And it just kind of looks a little different. You can see right now we have like gray, white, gray, white. We can alter that. Now obviously as you're playing around with this on your own, make sure that you don't select a color that is too dark because it might obscure some of the data rather than enhance it. So just be careful with that. Of course, if you do accidentally do that, you can always hit the undo button to undo the recent change as long as you haven't saved your work prior to making any necessary changes. If you make a change and then save it, your undo button usually goes away and you don't have the ability to fall back. Okay, so let's go up here to the text formatting group one more time. Once you are there, click the alternate row color button. You'll see there's an arrow listed there as well. It's the alternate row color. You can click this drop down arrow to select different themes or standard colors that are available. You see you have a whole gallery of colors of choices to select from. We're going to be working here in the theme colors, and we are going to be selecting orange, accent to lighter 60%. So as you hover over, you will see that the names display for you, and we want the lighter 60%. So this is the one we're going to pick, orange, accent to lighter 60%. So this is roughly the third row, 6 color box. Go ahead and click that. Once you click that, the alternate row color is going to be applied to our query sheet. Right away you see that our view has changed, and now that alternate row color has been changed to that orange rather than that light gray. Now that you've made that, this looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and save and close our older or flu patient's query. So we'll save it and then we will close it. Now let's work with creating a calculated field. And a calculated field is just a field that displays results of some type of expression that you built with some type of calculation built into it. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let's create a new query and work with a calculated field. So once again, go to create a query using the query design. We're going to use the visit and billing tables. Go ahead and click close now. As always, resize so you can see everything. And once you've done that, we're going to add these fields. Let's go ahead and add the following fields to the design grid in this order: visit ID, patient ID, and visit date from our visit table. And from our billing table, we're going to do the invoice number. I'm sorry, let's go ahead and let's not use that one. Let's use the invoice item instead. So invoice item and the invoice paid. After that, let's go ahead and definitely select the invoice amount to be displayed.